Hello, a very good morning to all of you students. In the last lecture, we did about permutation representation theorem and one example also, and we wrote a remark. Now we continue its study further, and let's have a look at another example. We will take the set G, set A and group G as same as in the previous example. So it's necessary to watch previous lectures if you want to understand this concept, this lecture. It's necessary to watch the previous one, otherwise you won't be able to understand this. So this is the question. Find the permutation representation of Q8 induced by the conjugation action of Q8 on capital A is equal to H, IH, JH, KH. So the set is A, as in the previous example. We have taken the group Q8 and H is the subgroup of Q8, 1 minus 1, and A is the set of all left cosets of H in Q8, which is H, IH, JH, KH. So we are taking conjugation action of Q8 on A. G cross A to A, this is the conjugation action. G dot X is equal to GX G inverse. So in this case, G dot H will be GH G inverse. G dot IH will be GIH G inverse. So we have to find permutation representation of Q8 associated with this group action. That means we have to find sigma G for every G belonging to D. That means we have to find sigma I, sigma J, sigma K, sigma minus I, sigma minus J, sigma minus K, sigma 1, sigma minus 1. These many elements we have to determine in order to find sigma. In order to find the permutation representation phi. So first of all, let's evaluate sigma I. Sigma I actually belongs to SA. That means it's a map from A to A. It's a permutation from A to A. So sigma IH, it will be I dot H from the definition of sigma GX. Sigma GX is G dot X. So we are applying that definition only. So it will be I dot H, and by the definition of group action, it will be IH I inverse. I inverse is minus I into minus I is equal to 1, identity element. So IH minus I, and minus 1 belongs to capital H. So H minus 1, it will be H. This is a property of cosets that AH is equal to H if and only if A belongs to H. We have used that property. So it is IHI. Next, H is equal to 1 minus 1. So HI will be, side note, HI will be I minus I, and IHI it will be minus 1, 1. So IHI is again equal to H. Thus sigma IH is same as H. Now we will find sigma IH, because in order to find a function, we have to determine how it acts on all the elements. So sigma IH, sigma IIH, we will calculate. So sigma IIH, it will be I dot IH. It is IIH I inverse. I square H minus I square is minus 1. Minus 1 H is H. H minus I, it will be HI. And HI is I minus I. This is IH. This is equal to IH. So sigma IIH is equal to IH. And sigma IJH, similarly sigma IJH, it will be I dot JH. I into JH, I inverse, that is minus I. IJ is K. So it will be KH minus I. Minus 1 belongs to H. So it is equal to KHI, because the elements of H commute with all the elements of QH. Although QH is not abelian, so we can write HI as IH and KI is nothing but J. So sigma IJH is equal to JH. And similarly, sigma IKH you can compute. It is I dot KH, IKH, I inverse, that is minus I. It is equal to IKH minus I. IK is equal to minus J, minus JH minus I. This is JH minus I, JHI and JIH, which is KH. So sigma IKH is KH. Thus we see that sigma I takes every element to that element only. So it is acting like identity map. So sigma I is identity permutation on A, and sigma J you have to calculate yourself. It will again come identity. It will again come equal to identity map sigma J. And because all the sigma G's where G belongs to QH are evaluated in terms of sigma I and sigma J. So sigma G is equal to I for every G belonging to QH, as we did in the previous example. So the permutation representation homomorphism phi from G to SA, that maps G to sigma G, and we have found that sigma G is I for every G belonging to QH. That means phi G is equal to sigma G, which is I. So every element of G is going to be mapped onto I. So there are so many elements and all the elements are mapped into one element, which is identity. So its permutation representation, this permutation representation is trivial. Okay, so permutation representation of the group action of Q8 on or we can say permutation representation of conjugation action of Q8 on the set of all left cosets of subgroup 1 minus 1 is trivial. Okay. Now let's see another example. Consider the group action of a group of permutations Sn on the set A is equal to 1, 2, 3 dot dot n by sigma dot I is equal to sigma I. That means we have given G as the group of permutations Sn. So G is equal to group is Sn, and the set on which it will act is taken to be the set 1, 2, 3 dot dot n. And the group action is like this: sigma dot I is equal to sigma of I. Okay, sigma dot I, it should give some element of capital A. So we operate sigma on I, that will give another element of some element of capital A. So sigma dot I is sigma I. We have done this example when we started studying this chapter, group action. We have done this example previously. This map is a group action, and we have to find its permutation representation. This is the problem. So that means we have to find phi from G to SA. Okay, because we have used the notation sigma already here. We are using sigma notation for the elements of Sn. So let's use some other notation for this question. As the permutation representation maps G to sigma G. So let's use psi G here. Okay. So permutation representation will be a mapping phi from G to SA. This will be homomorphism which maps G to psi G. And what is G? G is some element of the group Sn, and we are denoting the elements of Sn group G by sigma. So we have to determine psi sigma. Okay, psi G, we have to determine psi G for every G belonging to G. But as we are denoting the elements of group G by sigma, so we are using sigma notation in place of G, because we use permutations, we use the notation sigma for permutations. So instead of writing psi G, I am writing psi sigma. So our question is this now: psi sigma. What is psi sigma for sigma belonging to the group G Sn? Okay. So psi sigma, it will be mapping from A to A because it belongs to SA. So psi sigma I, it will be equal to sigma dot I, because ये जो definition है हमारी sigma G की वो हम यहाँ use करेंगे. sigma G x is equal to G dot x. इसके लिए आपको पहला लेक्चर पता होना चाहिए, तो वो डेफिनेशन हमने यहाँ पे डायरेक्टली यूज़ किया है सिग्मा जी की. सिग्मा जी एक्स ये होता है, G डॉट एक्स होता है. तो यहाँ पे साई सिग्मा आई जो होगा, यहाँ इन दोनों का डॉट प्रोडक्ट हो रहा है ना, तो यहाँ पे सिग्मा डॉट आई हो जाएगा. एंड जो डेफिनेशन है हमारी ग्रुप एक्शन की, उसके अकॉर्डिंग सिग्मा डॉट आई इज़ नथिंग बट सिग्मा आई. So psi sigma I is equal to sigma I for every I belonging to capital A. What does it mean? Psi sigma is equal to sigma. Okay. All right. Psi sigma is equal to sigma. And phi जो मैपिंग है वो क्या कर रहा है, वो G से SA में है, जो G को psi G पे मैप करता है. तो फाई सिग्मा, जी के प्लेस पे सिग्मा ले लिया, फाई सिग्मा इज इक्वल टू साई सिग्मा, और साई सिग्मा हमारा ये सिग्मा के इक्वल आता है. तो फाई सिग्मा इज इक्वल टू सिग्मा, और यू कैन राइट इट एज आइडेंटिटी आई सिग्मा. सो फाई क्या हो जाएगा, ये हमारा एक तरह से आइडेंटिटी मैप हो जाएगा. ठीक है, जो हमारा परम्यूटेशन रिप्रेजेंटेशन है वो एक्चुअली क्या हो जाएगा, यहाँ पर आइडेंटिटी मैप हो जाएगा. वो हर एलिमेंट को सेम उसी एलिमेंट पे मैप कर रहा है. जो हमारा प्रीवियस एग्जांपल था वो डिफरेंट केस था, वहाँ पर क्या हो रहा था, हर एलिमेंट को वो आइडेंटिटी पर मैप कर रहा था, तो वो ट्रिवियल था, क्योंकि ऑल द एलिमेंट्स आर मैप्ड ऑन टू वन एलिमेंट विच इज़ आइडेंटिटी, तो वो ट्रिवियल हो गया था, ट्रिवियल मैप. बट यहाँ पे ट्रिवियल नहीं है, यहाँ पर क्या कर रहा है, वो सिग्मा को सिग्मा पे मैप कर रहा है. अगर कोई और यहाँ पे परम्यूटेशन होगा सिग्मा के प्लेस पे सिग्मा डैश, तो सिग्मा डैश आएगा, यहाँ आइडेंटिटी होगा तो इधर आइडेंटिटी. सिग्मा इज़ डिफरेंट फ्रॉम आइडेंटिटी, इट इज़ एनी जनरल एलिमेंट ऑफ एसन. तो फाई जो है वो हमारा आइडेंटिटी की तरह एक्ट करता है. ठीक है, तो दस वी सी द, यू कैन कंप्लीट दिस स्टेटमेंट. दस वी सी दैट द permutation representation of associated with the following group action of group Sn on the set A is equal to 1 to n. Following group action में आप group action की definition लिख सकते हो, that sigma dot I sigma of I is the identity map. Okay, so let me write it. Let me write the complete statement. Thus we see that the permutation representation is identity map. Okay, I am not writing that all the details. You can write in your words as I said before. Okay, so this example is complete. Now we come to a theorem. Okay, so first one point you should note in this example that the permutation representation is phi from G to SA actually. So G to SA. So what is SA? A is this set. So actually SA is SN. So phi is from G to G actually. So phi of G, it can be a subgroup of Sn. Okay. This example is something special. You can note it down because in this case here SA is coming out to be subgroup of phi of G is coming out to be subgroup of Sn as not in other examples. तो इसको थोड़ा डीपली स्टडी करने की ज़रूरत है, सेल्फ स्टडी करना ठीक तरीके से. अच्छा, सो नेक्स्ट एग्जांपल, नेक्स्ट थ्योरम पे आते हैं जो हमारी थ्योरम है. What is the today's date? It is 24 9. तो थ्योरम का स्टेटमेंट लिखती हूँ पहले. If psi is a homomorphism, psi is a homomorphism from a group G to SA, then the map from G cross A to A defined by G comma A going to psi G A defines a group action of G on A. So let's read the statement again. If psi is a homomorphism from a group G to SA, then the map from G cross A to A defined by G comma A going to psi G A. First of all, you should think in mind that it's actually belongs to A or not. Psi G A actually belongs to A or not. So psi is a homomorphism from a group G to SA. So as we apply psi on G is element of capital G. So as we apply psi on G, so psi G comes in SA. Psi G comes in SA. That means psi G is from A to A. So psi G small a is element of A. This A belongs to A. So psi G A, that will be an element of A as we require. We have defined the map from G cross A to A in this natural way. G comma A going to this. So we want to ensure that this belongs to capital A. So psi from G to SA size from G to SA. So psi G, it will be in SA, that means psi G from A to A is a mapping. So psi G of A, it will be some element of capital A. Okay, now it's clear. So psi G A is an element of capital A. So we have defined a map like this. Using psi, psi is a homomorphism. It is given. Psi is a homomorphism from G to SA. Then this map, as we have defined, it is a group action of G on A. So we have to show that it's a group action. So what we are trying to prove, we are trying to show the converse of the previous result as we did in the permutation representation theorem, because there we considered a group action and corresponding to that group action there exists a homomorphism from G to SA, that is permutation representation. There is a homomorphism, we showed that. And here we have to show the converse result, that if there is a homomorphism from G to SA, then associated to that homomorphism there is a group action. Okay, so in the permutation representation theorem, what we showed, we proved that if a group action is given, then associated with that group action there is a homomorphism from G to SA. And in this theorem, what we are trying to prove, that if we are given a homomorphism from G to SA, then associated to that homomorphism there is a group action. Okay, so we have to show that this mapping, which we have defined from G cross A to A, is a group action. So in order to prove this mapping as a group action, to prove that this is a group action, what we need to show, we have to show that it satisfies the two properties of group action. Okay. So G G cross A to A, this is the mapping. G A goes to G dot A, which is equal to psi G A. So let's take the first property. G1 dot G2 dot A. This should be equal to G1 G2 dot A. So this is G1 dot G2 dot A means psi G2 of A. So this is equal to G1 this thing, and G1 dot this thing, it will be psi G1 dot this thing. Okay, so it will be psi of G2 A. So it will be psi G1 psi G2 A. It will be, as it's a homomorphism, so we can write G1 G2 dot of A, and according to this definition psi G1 G2 A, it is G1 G2 dot A. So first property is root, and the second property is identity element, E dot A. It should be A. So E dot A, according to this definition, this will be psi E A. And psi E, actually it will be identity, because psi is a homomorphism from G to SA. So it will map identity to identity. So it will be identity. This will be equal to A. So E dot A is equal to A. So these two properties are true. So it's a group action. Theorem is complete.